Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's time for another episode of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your HUT lineup decisions. Now, I apologize. The last Who Should You Choose I did at the beginning of December, and it's just been way too long, I think, to try and answer your questions from that because it has been so long, and that's on me. I really apologize. So I will make a guarantee that the next 4 days I will be making back-to-back Who Should You Choose videos, so feel confident that if you get your question in, I am going to answer it tomorrow if you are one of the first ones to ask your question, so make sure that you pay attention for that. I do apologize. I've just been traveling a lot for work. I was in New York for the New York Islanders phase event. Last night I was in Toronto for the Raptors 2K game. So there's been a lot going on, and I do apologize because these videos are one of my more requested things. I want to talk about as well something that I have coming in January that I'm really excited for. If you've been watching my Twitch channel, you've heard me talk about it, but I am releasing my own Hockey Ultimate Team database, meaning that you can make a team builder, see all the cards, everything like that. That will be coming in early January. I partnered with Elite Gaming, and we're almost ready to launch that. It's been a lot of work, and I'm super excited for you guys to see that. So hopefully you won't need these videos into NHL or into 2023, because maybe there'll be a feature that'll be able to tell you which card I would choose on your own. But that's for a whole other video, and I'll make sure that when I do release it, you guys know everything you need to know about it. But in today's video, because I want to make it more generic, again, I think answering the questions from, essentially 20 days ago is just not really going to be beneficial. I want to talk more openly about Team of the Year and just what I'm going to do on both of my teams. If you've been watching my channel, I've got a God Squad where, I put money into the game, and then I've also got a no money spent team. First, I want to say my no money spent team is way more fun. I think I have a good time every once in a while, playing a bunch of games with the God Squad because it's so much fun having the best cards in the game essentially, but the interest really dies quickly just because it's like playing a game on easy mode essentially. So playing with a no money spent team, I like the challenge of it, and it's been really fun, and I've gotten to see what it's like to try and give feedback. I think that it's some creators will maybe forget about it, what it's like to build a team just from scratch, and I want to make sure that I remember what it's like. So I want to take a look. This is the God Squad, okay, and I want to talk about some things. First of all, team builder, team of the year, all that kind of stuff. Here is the team if you haven't seen it in a while, and I've made 5 of the 6 team builders. I will be making Briere shortly, just haven't really gotten around to it just yet. But I want to talk about team builder specifically for no money spent. I mentioned this in the team builder video. These are all the best cards in the game right now, in my opinion, other than maybe X Factor Connor McDavid and the GOATs Gretzky and Lemieux. But for the most part, Beagle, Roberts, Bertuzzi, they've just been so good, even Seabrook as well as Gardner. But here is the thing: if you can't really make a ton and you're worried about going out and making one, let's say you don't already have a few of the team builders made, the 89s, I think that something that people they're getting trapped in. You get trapped in the new hotness, okay? And with Team of the Year coming, it's an event that only lasts a week usually, and there's no going back and trading in it like there is right now, where you can go to old events and make old cards with the exact same cost. For Team of the Year, once it's gone, it's gone. So let's just pretend, Connor McDavid is a lock no matter what. We don't know if it's going to be a position lock Team of the Year, meaning that there's a left-handed or a left winger, right winger, center, left-handed defenseman, right-handed defenseman, and goaltender. We don't know. I feel more and more that it's a marketing event. I don't see how they keep position locking it, because Connor McDavid is going to win it every year, as is Cale Makar, which just kind of takes away from the event. Not that they don't deserve it. I firmly believe they do. If anyone's looking for my updated what I think will happen for Team of the Year in terms of my predictions, I think it'll be Matthews, McDavid, and Draisaitl. I honestly don't know how you don't give it to those 3 over the last calendar year. There are some other arguments, obviously, but I just feel like when you look at all the points and the awards from Matthews, how it isn't those 3. If I was voting, or if I had to say, those are the 3 I'd probably make. I feel like a lot. I personally have just forgotten about Draisaitl. He lives in the shadow of the best player that we've seen in the last 30 years. So, I think that just kind of plays into it. But they're just unbelievable players, and I really feel like they're going to get Team of the Year. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what that entails, you're going to be able to trade in their X Factor that's maxed out for that Team of the Year. Usually, EA loves to throw curveballs, and if they don't allow a trade in, man, that's going to be a tough look. Then it's going to be exactly like how the fantasy hockey event event went, and that is going to be at least 800K from scratch. Okay, now I think that everyone has a lot more resources this late into the year than, you know, essentially the second event, but I really feel that we're looking at about 800,000 coins per card for Team of the Year, and I'm okay with that because of how expensive and how good these cards are. Remember, you're never going to have to pay for an upgrade again. They are just the highest, and especially if it's Connor and Makar, you know those guys are going to get 99s first, so it's always going to be worth making it. And when that video comes, or when that release happens, I'll have all the information you're going to need. Now, I get a lot of questions as well as what should I be saving, and I want to talk to you about that. Always be taking tradable or untradeable rewards, guys, when you take rivals and things like that, because just that is a resource. I think people forget that, you know, you could sell your cards for coins, but the cards are currency because you trade them in for collectibles to make these master set players and Team of the Year. So I want you guys to be cognizant of that. That is a currency. What I would be doing for Team of the Year, and I'm not going to tell you the price points because I think that fluctuates, and I don't really like the impact that my videos have on the market because it annoys me. I don't take advantage of it. I just show you guys, hey, this is what I'm noticing, and it's become to the point now where people just like see that and then they immediately buy everything up, and I personally hate that as much as a lot of you guys do as well. So I'm not going to talk about price points, but the cards that I'm looking for and I'm trying to buy, 85s to 88s, even maybe even 89s, but this is where I'm living. Really, if you can, like, I have 160,000 coins right now, I would look for 88s and see if I can't buy up as many of those, just because those are going to be needed, I think, and they're going to be available for a trade-in, and they'll give you quite a few collectibles. There will be a collectible, like a range that will have the most, but here's what I want you guys to make sure that you're not doing. A lot of people are saving coins for Team of the Year. That is not what I would do. What's going to happen is once Team of the Year drops, guys, everyone is going to spend their coins and the market is going to crash. The available amount of cards is going to be wiped out. There will not be cards to buy. That means that you're paying a premium for 88s, 87s, 86s when you should be buying them now. I would not go into Team of the Year with any coins. I would have 0 going into Team of the Year. I would keep buying up 86s, 87s, 88s, and 85s and 84s are fine, but I think it's going to be like the fantasy hockey event where it requires so many that it kind of hinders the price point of it a little bit. I don't think it's going to be like, you know, the spreadsheet hockey event or that price point for collectibles. I think it's going to be very, very expensive for each collectible, and it's going to require a lot of them. Again, EA knows that these are the best cards in the game, and essentially they're giving you a 99 for free. So, or not for free, they're giving you a 99 that will automatically upgrade. So you want to make sure that you pay attention for that. Next up is seasonal sets and things like that. If you do not, here's the rule of thumb, should you keep making X Factors. If you do not have Connor McDavid's X Factor, I would keep doing it. I would keep doing every X Factor set available to you, so the choice set, even the reroll if you get enough. I would not be re-rolling players like Barzal, who's very useful. His X Factor is so good, guys. You don't even need to upgrade it anymore. But I just be careful of that. Don't go all in. I've seen some people re-roll Draisaitl to try and get McDavid, and that's just absurd to me. But again, make sure you're doing all the X Factor sets that you can until you make sure that you at least get Connor McDavid. Now, the seasonal rewards, they should reset on the 21st. That's the first day of winter. It's crazy how few people actually know that. But I would be doing the X Factor choice back again. If you don't have Connor McDavid, I would keep doing it. Even if you do, trying to get McKinnon, Makar, Matthews is really, I mean, I guess even Draisaitl and Yossi, who I'm pretty confident, well, again, they would be my picks, but it all depends on their abilities. But they've been pretty good giving out top-end cards with really good abilities, so just be prepared for that. When it comes to these Nations of Hockey and other events, guys, also, we're getting to the point now where it's becoming quite costly to upgrade them fully. I think that early on in the year, we were getting Teuvo Teravainen for free. The Spotlight event, we had a free choice master set that was very cheap, but now it's becoming a little bit more expensive and more of a grind to get there. You got to be careful with this. I make tier lists every single event. There will be one for this event as well, but they're keeping the overalls very close, and what I mean by that is that they're not allowing the power creep to go out of control. If you go back to NHL 20, the same event, the master set players were 95 overall. We had 99 skaters already, and now we're at 90. I mean, the master master sets are all 90, and they're very, very similar. And I think a lot of people always want the new hotness, so I understand that. But spending your collectibles right now, EA knows that Team of the Year is coming. Don't be going all in. What I would do, something that I did this week, if you watch my stream, and a video will come out shortly, I did all squad battle games on my no money spent team in one go, which is just absurd. Don't do that. But really take advantage of putting those lower overall cards in your lineup to bang out some of these events or some of these collectibles, because you do essentially get a free master set player. The cost is absurd right now for Nations of Hockey cards, but now there's at least challenges that are giving you some for free. And what I've noticed as well is if you go into each event with about 100k and you buy up, let's say 5 cards going for about 20,000 coins for that event, like you're buying 82 overall Eric Chernak from the Nations of Hockey, costs you 20k. If you buy 5 cards at 20k for 100,000 coins, so you have 100,000 going into this, you put 5 cards in your lineup, you can get your games done and sell them back for roughly the same cost. Maybe you lose about 10-15,000 coins, but that's worth a free MSP for everyone that's got a normal life. I understand the objectives are super tough to get through, but again, what I would do, if you got 7 hours of commercial-free football, something stupid, you got to do your daily chores, throw on a hockey game, go into squad battles, 2-minute periods, and just try and just move your controller around. It's so dumb that that's where we're at. I think that it's a good thing that they've done into the game, adding a ability to make a free master set every game. But again, I think that it's an oversight, because again, you just got to do your daily chores, which is frustrating, because that's really what it's been like the cycle for Hockey Ultimate Team the last 4 years, and I hope that changes. But hey, things have been improving in terms of, like I said, the free master sets. Last year we got 1, and it was like in May, I believe. So I do like this, what they've been doing with it, but there are ways to kind of work it, and I think that a lot of people get hung up on the fact that they've got to spend 20k for each card just to put in your lineup. Again, you will get that money back almost in full, so don't be worried about spending coins on there. And again, one more thing about team builders, just something that's popped into my mind about them. When it comes to team builders, guys, again, remember that these cards aren't going anywhere, okay? These are going to be basically the team builders until, I would guess, February at the earliest. So when everyone is all like, oh my god, I need to get these team builders, remember, save for Team of the Year. Once Team of the Year is gone, we're basically in the beginning of the end game cycle. You can go back and make team builders whenever you want, and that is when the market will crash a little bit for them. Prices will come down because the team builders aren't the end-all be-all top-end cards that they are right now. Trying to make them right now is absurd. You're spending 5,000 coins essentially for every Tampa Bay Lightning player, and there's a few other teams as well. There's no way on my no money spent team I would be trying to do this. I can make 1 on my no money spent team, and I'm just doing it very, very slowly. But don't feel like you've got to rush out and make them, because they aren't going anywhere. Team of the Year is coming, and again, EA is just trying to get rid of all your resources. So guys, I do apologize that I was not able to release my last Who Should You Choose in timely fashion. I will make you a guarantee over the next 4 days. I will be releasing one every single morning, just like I am now. And make sure you come check out my stream, twitch.tv/NoSleeves12. I play every single day. Come check out the God Squad. Come check me out streaming my no money spent team as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.